Good morning, 10:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, May 5th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So welcome into the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. On this end of the weekly candle here in the cryptocurrency market here tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we've got a couple of scenarios that are trying to play out right now. We've got Bitcoin right around 64,000, 63,887. There is a potential of this forming, and I liked it a little bit better when it was up a little bit higher, but this hammer candle, these are technically reversal candles. And if this is validated and we do have a weekly hammer candle, this could lead us not just back into this price range of around 65,400 plus, well, we'll just say 65,500. That can push us all the way back up to the resistance point around 71,500 area, because it does look like it's started off like in a bull flag, but the way it finished and what we were projecting was this little pennant flag look, and that is still a bull flag. That is actually a pennant flag. That's a bull flag consolidation. And if you're looking at it, it comes from way down here. So if this is in fact making a weekly hammer candle, this could be very bullish for the week to come. Could absolutely be very bullish for the week to come. It's still going to have continuation. But right now, the way this pulled up, it very well could be trying to signal us some kind of short-term reversal. But you would have to get above that 65,500 area. Actually, it's a little bit higher now if we look at this in current times. 65,700, we'll say. So you want to be over 65,700, then you can start pushing forward. We do have a pretty interesting setup here when it comes to Bitcoin, as we have a golden cross in the 2 hourly. So if you see Bitcoin holding that minimum, that 62,700 level, which we held on the drop down on consolidation yesterday, we didn't quite break out of those levels. It came right down to 62,924. So it's been able to hold that golden cross area, and now it seemingly could be pushing up and out here. So our next major resistance is right around 65,700 if in fact we do start pushing this way back up. XRP's down 0.43% to 5277. We've managed to hold the back test of the 524 mark. So basically what we did was we came back out after breaking bullish out of this falling channel, pushed our way back up. First area we had to retake was the 50.8 cents, which we successfully were able to do. And that 50.8 cents put us firmly back within the cup and handle formation. And then we had our, what is this? Our next major resistance here. What's going on here? Hold on, I don't know what happened there. Our major resistance was 50.8 cents. We got back within the cup and handle. But on this chart, this line right here at the 52.5 level, that's the rising channel. We've gotten back within the rising channel. It's just we could have created somewhat of a rising channel here on the back end of this. So we're looking to hold 52.4 cents to confirm this golden cross on this validation. And as we've seen, we've already hit 54.07 cents. That was a short-term technical target, and that would tell us whether we were bearish or bullish. A breach above 54.07 cents and hold, you have a technical move up to the mid-tier handle resistance, which brings you right to about the 59.5 cent mark. And this is the handle resistance and support, mid-tier handle resistance up here. And this is the support structure we managed to come back into. Now, if we were to break down, there is a chance that we would retest 50.8 cents because we have not done that yet. I prefer us not to come back down here. I think in current terms, it's about 50.9 cents right now. I prefer it to continue pushing off of this golden cross and start to play back up to the top of this resistance, which is the mid-tier handle resistance. And in current terms, it's about 58.7 cents as it continues to come down, as that downtrending resistance comes slightly depreciated here. So if we pull this out a little bit farther, we can see the cup and handle formed. And now we're back within that handle resistance. So pay close attention to not just Bitcoin here on the weekly candle close, XRP as well. For the ones asking in the comments about my son, I've watched over the last couple days, everybody asking the questions. He's still getting over whatever illness he had. When he went to the doctor yesterday, he had nothing visually, like the ears, nose, throat. Nothing was visually wrong. He was congested, but he hasn't thrown up in a couple days now. He's been drinking lots of water, Pedialyte, things like that. Not eating, so we're trying to get him back on eating solid foods. But as we know, as long as they're pushing fluids, they're starting to get on the mend. So hopefully, all the fluids he's been drinking will lead into some food eating today. But you guys all know how it is when your stomach's bothering you and you were throwing up. It takes a few days to get your body right. So everything checked out in that regard. He is drinking fluids, but as a parent, you're still worried until you see them back to 100%. But he is showing signs of getting better this morning, especially no gagging or anything like that. So hopefully today is the start of a new for my little boy. He's the 4-year-old Tommy the third. So I thank everybody for the questions. But yeah, he's starting to hopefully he's starting to get on the right track here today. But anyhow, so with XRP, we're looking at this handle formation. We are well within the handle, and we want to make sure we hold 50.9 cents. As we know, just like with Bitcoin, we have the weekly candle close. And one could argue this is forming a nice hammer candle. If we could get above 52.75 and hold that, I think it would be a huge sign of strength in the weekly to close over the 200-day. I think it would be a huge sign of strength. After a weekly candle that looked slightly bearish last week, this week it's looking the opposite. So we could get some momentum here. If this is a real bottoming phase, we really could find ourselves in a little streak here to start the week. It's just we got to hold these key levels we've talked about, because you have those indicators. If you break down key levels, it's telling you that, we might be slightly not where we think. So first things first, that 52, the first thing first right now about holding the support, we need to hold this rising channel support. We don't want to come back down below this. And in current times, it's still, 525 right now. So 52.5 cents is what we're trying to hold. And then if we can push past 54, and let's just say for a moment we push past the mid-tier handle resistance, then you can start working this rising channel back to the top. And to get back to the top of the rising channel, we'd be looking at a appreciation price of 68.5 cents roughly. But there's still a lot of work to be done before we can get back up into those areas. We've talked about the resistances over the top. We've talked about how we came back into the cup and handle. So we are starting to pair some of the losses, but now we've hit the most dangerous resistance areas. We've hit that 54 cents like a brick wall. That was key to hit that, back test the 52.5 area like we have, but now we have to hold this. The fact that we hit that resistance and now we're back testing this area, it is a good sign. If we look at XRP Bitcoin pairing, it's down to the 827 mark. It's come down substantially from where we talked about the resistance area. We were unable to break past 901 or 907, but we can move this down now because we know the firm hit at 902. And now we back tested, and we talked about it when we made the overzealous run up initially. It's very rare where you break all the way through and don't back test. And the break back, or the back test here on this pattern breakout, on this descending formation, is right around that 0.0000819 level, and a successful hold of this area. And we can show you the new number if it comes down here and holds. You still have a technical breakup near 993 area, so there's still a lot of room over the top if this holds. And if this holds and it does start breaking up, you're going to see a lot of appreciation, most likely this time around in XRP over Bitcoin. But there is still the scenario where we could theoretically break down at a slower pace than Bitcoin. So we also have to watch that scenario. But right now, over the top resistance is 845. You got to be over 845, and then that can start pushing you into some nice areas. So that's something we're going to have to watch here this morning to see if we do give way on this retest around this 819, because we're below the 200-day right now in the 2-hourly. So it's just a matter of, is this correction over or is there more to come? And if you are watching this update this morning, please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube recommends this update. If you do watch the content, I greatly appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button. If you are one of the ones that are unsubscribing, that's okay too. You know, not everything is for everybody. It's a very trying time in the cryptocurrency market, and we're going to continue to put on our best feature here, which is positivity over negativity, the fact that we are very inclusive, and I do take pride in the fact that there are quite a few that will leave just for the fact that we tell the truth here, and we don't fud it up in regards to, we're going to go up 10,000% every day. We're being honest here, we tell the truth, and I like to show you from a factual perspective, not just technical analysis, but also from the news perspective alike. So with that being said, after I show the market cap and the Bitcoin dominance chart, I would like to go into a little reading for XRP this morning. So the market cap is down 143.6 million on XRP, down to 29.154 billion, or down 0.49%. We currently are above our breakout point, but we have yet to backtest. So if we do find some bearish momentum here, and we do have to go back to 508, that would be how you could come down to that 28.3. But in all reality, we really want to keep building off of this and start pushing our way back up to this 32.5 billion. But we do know quite oftentimes you backtest your little formation breakouts, and if you look at this from farther back, we have come above what, you know, you could have pushed into a pattern. So I would at least like to backtest that, but it's not necessary yet. It's not really necessary to just backtest any areas, but I would like to retest if it were to come down and hold, obviously. But you really want to push, have a nice bullish push here. That's what I want. I would like to see a bullish push instead of a breakdown. The problem is in the immediate short term, we filled out the technical move from breaking out of the small pattern. Now it's on us. It's on XRP to start pushing out. We do have an uptrending support and a pattern formation that has formed, which is good to know outside of this structure. So we're looking to hold the uptrend right now. You're looking to hold this uptrend. It's that simple. If we can't hold the uptrend, well, that's the first signs that we might have a bigger consolidation here. As long as we hold this uptrend, we could be off to the races here to start the new week. It's just, we are showing a couple different signals here to where we could consolidate a little more, but we're also showing signs of a quick outburst here. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out this morning. It's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out, especially because the weekly hammer candle is ending this week. I mean, the weekly candle closes tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like with Bitcoin and XRP, they're teasing the possibilities of these hammer candles, which are bottoming patterns. They're bottoming candles, or at least trying to give you a signal that we could be bottoming. Bitcoin, as far as the dominance goes, is at 54.95%, down 0.12%, or about 6 cents. Golden cross in the 2-hourly. Very close to being validated by the golden cross as well, and the 50 cross in the 200, not just the 20 passing the 200. So the reason why I like to get the validation of the 50 over the 200, yes, the 20 over the 200 is the short-term golden cross, but once you get the 50 over the 200, now you got a more unified 50 days all the way back to 20 days crossing through the 200 day. So it does give you more confidence and instill a short-term pattern reversal. But as we can see here, if Bitcoin does bounce bullish, that Bitcoin dominance will surge up to 55.5%, which is the mid-tier pattern resistance, which it should pop up now that we've broken through this descending formation. That's the technical move up. We've just been up and down. So we'll see if it plays true, or if once again it does come back down. But when 55% of all money in Bitcoin is in Bitcoin out of 2.29 trillion, that's a lot of money. That doesn't leave a lot. Only 45% of the money can go to all other altcoins. And Ethereum is an altcoin. So that's a lot of money that just from Bitcoin alone is taken out of the crypto market. As we can see, the total crypto market cap, we have that golden cross. We're bouncing off of the 2.282 pivot point. Very important for the V-shaped recovery. And then as we know, the easiest way to measure a V-shaped recovery is measure the depth. This is just an old technical trick if you're a technical trader and you do technical analysis. We know the breakout point would be this pivot point, but we can also do it off of where the lowest point met when the reversal started, and that should give us a short-term move on the total crypto market cap. Wow. If this breaks out bullish, we're looking at 2.474 trillion on the total crypto market cap. If it bounces out, as you can see though, we are quite getting into those oversold territories, which is a rather interesting dilemma to be in. We do have a little bit of a bull flag setup here. Got to get over the 200-day, but that is your potential in the total crypto market cap. And move up to 2.474 if this played out true. Now let's get on to the reading. XRP news today. Uncertainty looms ahead of SEC's Monday filing. And while I have your attention, please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. It'll allow, when you're passing through the YouTube news feed, my content will pop up. Even if you're not a viewer, it'll pop up. Look in the video description below and our pinned comments. You've got BITUNIX. Get everything on track so you can trade without all the fees of other exchanges. So you don't have to go through the uncertainty of uphold, as I've shown many times. On a $4,000 XRP trade, I was offered 7,300 XRP on MEXC and BITUNIX plus. And on uphold, I was only able to, if I was going to use uphold, it was going to be 6,800 plus. So a 500 XRP differential. No reason to just pass the exchange a couple $100 for no reason. Make them work for it. Don't let them scam you out of it or rip you off on not even very ethical fees, because they're ridiculous. And then make sure with BITUNIX, you look in the video description below or pinned comment. You don't need a VPN. You don't even need to do a KYC if you're sending deposits and withdrawals from exchange to exchange. But if you're using a bank account, you'll need to do it. And they have leverage and spot trading, the lowest fees I've found in the USA. So take advantage of that. If you're looking for the XRP Bitcoin pairing, remember, you have to buy Bitcoin and then you have to sell it into the XRP Bitcoin pairing. And that's on MEXC. That's also in the video description below and our pinned comments. If you have the ability to use that, take advantage of that as well. And then if you want to show me personal support, as it is the start of a new month, we've been very slow, which is understandable. Consider sending one YouTube super chat per month or joining Tom's Army. It would really mean a lot to me. So XRP news today. Uncertainty looms ahead of SEC's Monday filing. XRP declined by 0.5% on Saturday, ending the session at 52.99 cents on May 4th. Investor apprehension before the SEC filing on Monday, May 6th, left XRP in negative territory. On Sunday, May 5th, investors should monitor SEC versus Ripple case-related news. And tomorrow is the SEC's response, so we have to pay attention to that. On Saturday, May 4th, XRP declined by 0.45%, partially reversing a 2.6% gain. From Friday, May 3rd, XRP ended the session at 52.99 cents. There were no SEC versus Ripple case-related updates for investors to consider on Saturday, May 4th. A lack of case-related news left investors to speculate about the looming SEC reply brief. The SEC must file its remedy-related reply brief by Monday, May 6th. In March, the SEC filed its remedy-related opening brief, pressing for a punitive penalty and an injunction. The SEC alleged that Ripple continued to breach U.S. securities laws after the December 2020 complaint. In April, Ripple filed its remedy-related related opposition brief, stating that post-complaint XRP sales were to accredited investors and through ODL agreements. ODL agreements ensure XRP holders avoid profits or losses. The SEC reply brief will give investors a better sense of the strength of the SEC's case for a punitive penalty and an injunction. XRP could come under selling pressure if the SEC can give evidence of Ripple continuing to breach U.S. securities laws after the complaint. Notably, an injunction prohibiting Ripple from selling XRP to institutional investors would impact its plans for the U.S. market. On Saturday, May 4th, Fox Business journalist Eleanor Tourette shared updates from XRP in Vegas 24, saying Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says Ethereum is not a security and XRP is not a security, and that the SEC is grossly wrong and that Gary Gensler is an unethical human being. The Fox Business journalist also shared news of a hearing on Capitol Hill involving the SEC chair. The House Financial Services Committee is working to get SEC Chair Gary Gensler up on the Hill to testify this month, but I'm told a date has not yet been finalized. The SEC classification of Ethereum and XRP as securities impacts the chances of Ethereum and XRP spot ETFs and price trends. So now for the XRP price analysis. The XRP hovered below the 50-day and 200-day EMAs, affirming the bearish signals. An XRP break above the 50-day EMA would support a move to the 200-day EMA and the 57.39 cent resistance level. Investors should monitor SEC versus Ripple related case news throughout the Sunday session. Conversely, a break below the top and bottom trend lines could signal a drop below the 50-cent handle. The 14-day RSI reading of 47.02 indicates an XRP fall through the 50-cent handle before entering oversold territory. On the 4-hourly, XRP held above the 50-day EMA while remaining below the 200-day EMA. The exponential moving averages confirm the bullish near-term but bearish long-term price trends. An XRP breakout from the 53.61 resistance level would give the bulls a run at the 200-day EMA. A break above the 200 EMA would bring that 57.39 resistance level into play. However, a fall through the 50-day EMA and the trend lines could signal an XRP drop below the 50-cent handle. The 14-day RSI reading, 53.65, suggests an XRP move through the 200-day EMA before entering overbought territories. Please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this update. It would mean a great deal to me to have that happen. I want to see everybody be able to get the information they desire, and I put this out for free. So please make sure to help me expand my growing audience. I thank everybody who's a part of the audience and everybody who sees it through, even in the times of volatility. And if you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments.